Yo, it's already proven, I got them birds moving. All I do is win, I'm allergic to losing. Yellow gold Cuban, 9 mil Rugen. I show you what to do with them, finish them. It's already proven, I got them birds moving. All I do is win, I'm allergic to losing. Yellow gold Cuban, 9 mil Rugen. I show you what to do with them, finish them, I'm through with them.
All right, I'm John from Through the Cage. I'm here with Mike Logan, Team Infamous. Mike is fighting on June 26th. He's fighting in Operation Octagon, so we stopped by the Team Infamous gym. We wanted to ask Mike a few questions about his fight. All right, so Mike, what do you know about the person you're fighting?
To be honest, not too much. He's a young guy. He's got a decent ground game and some decent stand-up, so should be an interesting fight.
So what's your preparation been like for this fight?
It's been I would say compared to the last one, it's a little bit more relaxed, not stressing myself out as much, kind of just still remembering to live life and not go too hard, I think the last one I kind of burnt myself out a little bit training-wise. So this time, still train hard, take a little more breaks, and do a little more mental focus for this fight.
And who are you training with?
Well, with us, Team Infamous, most of us have known each other since we were little kids, growing up doing Taekwondo together. My coach is Paul Citrang, and I fight with Migo Diacampo, Vince Diacampo. They're not brothers. Alex Coates is actually, he trains out in California, lives in California, but he comes out here every once in a while, trains with us. Grew up with him pretty much my whole, middle school, high school years. And a couple other guys from some other gyms, Maze, our friend Kevin Breeden, and Sam Yousefi. So we've got, pretty decent squad of guys that come out from time to time, but it's a good time.
So what's your martial arts background like? How long you been training, and what styles or what arts have you trained in?
I started Taekwondo when I was a kid. I think I started when I was 5. I stopped for a little while, started again when I was 8 or 9. Stuck with it since then, even till now. Been teaching on and off since I was 15. So that's my base style. Then I wrestled in high school. Still did a little bit of wrestling afterwards. A little bit of jiu-jitsu here and there. And lately been working a lot on stand-up and my wrestling, getting that back. And having like a mixture of the mixed martial arts style instead of just, one alley, meshing it all together.
So what actually got you into MMA?
I'd say just it kind of became the thing that was becoming popular, and being a martial artist, obviously it's like you look for what's new, what's coming up next. So the jiu-jitsu started coming around the area. It started getting bigger. We started practicing on our own, just watching stuff on videos and helping each other out, figuring things out. No like real formal training in that aspect, but it's been just a passion that we've all had for years. So it's like natural to grow into it. It was the next step.
Yeah, I know you spent time in the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps, they have the Marine combatives and whatnot. Did you ever get into that, or?
When I was in the Marine Corps, it was still a new program, and it wasn't very good, to be honest. So they were trying to train instructors. The instructors had trained for only 6 months, so them trying to tell me something after 15 years of it wasn't really working too well. But it was a decent program. Now it's actually a great program, and it is, I think, geared more towards the mixed martial arts. The bigger mixed martial arts gets, the better that program gets in the Marine Corps. So it's definitely now it's a great program. It's come a long way.
So what did you do when you were in the Marines?
I was a radio operator. I was in the communications, couple different communications units in Japan and then in California. when we went to Iraq.
Do you have any plans of going pro?
As of right now, I mean, it's not something obviously not in the near future. You know, the training wise, like for mixed martial arts, where I've actually been training to fight, has only been about 5-6 months. So, you know, there's still a lot of time. I'm not rushing anything at all. Definitely want to focus more on, you know, my life and business, and this has kind of been part of it to build into that, you know. I do want to train people, train fighters, you know, martial artists, enthusiasts, people that want to fight, whatnot. So this was kind of the step to get into that and to, you know, have a backup for if anyone were to question me. You know, I can say, hey, I've done the training, I've been in there, you know, so.
Yeah, I know, you know, it can be hard to support yourself and also train and whatnot. So what's that like for you? I mean, is it a struggle or?
It has been a constant struggle, I'd say. Not in a negative way. It definitely has changed my life around. You know, prior to this, it was just a lot of party, drink. You know, I was getting out of shape. I looked like crap, and then, you know, my coach told me, hey, if you're going to train for this fight, you got to go all the way or not do it at all. So I, you know, used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, cut out the drinking, and I've continued to not do those things. So it's definitely changed my entire life around. It has been hard. I'm doing personal training as well and doing schooling for that, as well as training for fights, and then working and trying to live a normal life, you know. So I'm up about 20 hours a day, and most of it just has to do with training or martial arts in some way.
So what's your opinion of the MMA scene in Virginia? I know, like, so I was talking to someone and they told me that MMA scene, like, for example, in California is non-existent. So I think here, there's plenty of opportunities for you to build up your skills. I mean, what's your opinion of that?
Well, I mean, I definitely say, I think that the difference of the training here in Virginia and in California, I think, is just the people in general. Here a little more on the corporate side as far as work goes. California, people are really into fitness and staying in shape, and they've got the opportunity to do that because year-round the weather's nice. Here it's a little more seasonal, so I think people work out on a seasonal basis as well. So then to add that into, training for martial arts, it's hard to do it here because of weather and seasons, and the lifestyle here is just completely different. Now to say that there's not as many, the caliber fighter here is not as good as caliber fighter in Cali, that's not true. Because you have guys in Cali that are lazy, you've got guys here that are, lazy. You've got guys that work hard there, work hard here. So, it depends on the person, obviously, what they're going to get out of it. But Virginia is definitely coming on the up and up, in the mixed martial arts world. I mean, you take, Chris is.
Anybody you want to shout out?
I mean, just my team, my mom, my sister, close friends, especially my coach. He's definitely given up a lot of his time to train us, and his wife doesn't see him. I think we see him like 10 times as much as his wife does, So, Sterner's Taekwondo, definitely all-star martial arts. The guys from Maze that come and help out with us. This guy Sean Kana, he helped me cut weight big time for my last fight. I almost didn't make it. Definitely Art and everyone with Operation Octagon. They've come to watch us train. They love us for some reason, so we're obviously doing something well. And I look forward to gaining more support, helping support other fighters. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I guess that'd be the shout-out list.
All right.
Was this as easy as you anticipated? Well, I feel that down the stretch I would have got the knockout. I would have made him surrender, wave the white flag. But he fought his heart out, I fought my heart out, and we put on a pleasing performance tonight.